The team started their morning with coffee, overlooking the Seattle skyline from a rental houseboat. Ali familiarized herself with the Fusion and its twin lenses, and the GoPro app. The app uses the smartphone's accelerometer to give an accurate field of view as the phone is panned around. You can preview, trigger and export your stills or video, and publish straight to social media. The Fusion is also capable of capturing 18 megapixel RAW photos. Once saved locally, you can shift the point of view to grab a portion of the frame. You can also create a little planet image that depicts the entire scene as if viewed from above. Once captured, footage can be viewed in GoPro's Fusion Studio software as well, where perspective can be controlled using sliders for field of view, yaw, pitch, and roll. There are slider controls for color as well. We exported our footage for use with the official GoPro plugins during editing in Adobe Premiere. Ali and Carey were itching to get outdoors, so they hopped on their bikes and set off for adventure. We mounted a Fusion on Ali's bike and joined the throngs of morning commuters. Here we're capturing video at 5.2K resolution and 30 frames per second. The standout feature of the Fusion is overcapture, which is the ability to record a wide field of view and easily decide later on which part of the frame you want to use. This allows videos to be edited quickly on the fly. Stabilization is a key feature of GoPro cameras, and with the Fusion, our ride looked smooth. After a busy morning, it was time for a midday hot tub. Boat. Cruising around Seattle's Lake Union, the team got to really explore the Fusion, shooting video and stills both handheld and using the Fusion grip. With keyframes added in post, the Fusion provides a tremendous amount of control over the point of view, which can be changed mid-shot in any direction. Just remember that while shooting, you're recording everything around you, cameraman included. The Fusion can also capture bursts of 18 megapixel stills, which we tested with some lakeside acrobatics. We mentioned the Fusion is waterproof, right? Back on land and back on their bikes, the team raced through Seattle Center to the next destination. Jar Bar, a restaurant nearby Seattle's Pike Place Market. Over coffee, waiting for the food to arrive, Carey and Ali streamed footage captured earlier using the GoPro app. With overcapture, you can edit footage in real time by moving the phone to pan or using your finger to set the frame. Next stop, the market itself. Pike Place is a destination on its own, but the nearby gum wall is not to be missed. Though the Fusion struggled a little bit in this low-light environment, it was fun to get ultra close to our subject, a wall covered in old hardened chewing gum, for a dramatic, wide-angle 3D effect. After the hustle and bustle of the market, the team jumped back on their bikes and pedaled off to the beach to meet friends. Golden Gardens is one of the most popular waterside spots in Seattle, featuring warm sand, fire pits, and one of the best sunset views in town. Being such a small camera, putting the Fusion up high, or down low, to get a new perspective is easy to do. With the Fusion, you have to think just a little bit differently about capturing your images. And so, as the sun set on food and friends, the crew kicked back and let the Fusion capture the moment. It was a quintessential Seattle summer day, and the Fusion was there helping us capture memories worth sharing. Until next time, I'm Barney with DP Review. Thanks for watching.
Hey Amazon, I'm Travis. I happen to have a YouTube channel about tech and gadgets, and I've actually reviewed the product you're looking at right now. So I'm going to give you a clip from that video, and hopefully it'll inform your purchasing decision. In 2018, GoPro is under a lot of pressure. There's rumors of a potential buyout. They've given up on the Karma, you know, the drone that had the GoPro on it. They're not even going to support that anymore. And companies like Yi have come out with action cameras that do just about the same stuff for a lot less money. Now, GoPro is known for production quality cameras. I mean, you've seen footage from them on many TV shows like The Deadliest Catch and anywhere you don't want to put a $30,000 camera. So what is this? This is for beginners. This is for the people who wanted an action camera from GoPro but didn't want to pay GoPro prices. So what does this thing have? Can it be worth 200 bucks? Did they strip out too much stuff? Let's unbox it. So of course, being a budget version of the action camera, just comes with some of the bare minimums. Of course, the actual case, no protective lens in here, just straight up the protective case itself, just around the sides. You have your attachments that you can put on your helmet or wherever you're going to put this. With VHB, VHB is a very sticky, very hardy substance. It'll keep this on whatever you put it on. So make sure whatever you put it on, you want it to stay there. Don't expect to keep taking this off and on and off and on. That's not a thing. Considering the price of the GoPro Hero, the 2018 edition, you gotta know that the market is gonna be mostly prosumers, or even people who are just getting into action cameras. And for that very reason, it has to be very user-friendly. Thank goodness there's a touchscreen on the back, because if you had to do it with buttons, not very user-friendly. But we're gonna take a look at the app and some other things to make sure that this thing is gonna hit the right market, because for GoPro, I really feel like this is a critical product. If they can knock it out of the park with this one and sell a ton of them, then maybe the financial problems that they've been having will go to the wayside. GoPro. We're gonna do English, because that's the only thing I can speak. I agree. We can do 1440, so here we go, okay. Has a video stabilizer, preferences. Look at that, all the cool things. I just swipe down. It's kind of like a smartphone. Now talking about the specs, it's waterproof up to 33 feet. It's got a touch screen. It's got the voice control, which we'll play around with. And most importantly, it does up to 1440p at 60 frames a second. Now what's really interesting is it's not really shown on the front of the box. It only shows 1080p 60. So why would you use 1440p? Well, this isn't really for 4K people who are using 4K exclusively. Obviously, it's better looking than 1080p, and you could use it in a 4K video, but quite frankly, really what you're gonna use it for is for 1080p content that you either wanna mask or shrink down or do something interesting to, and maybe even a little zoom, without losing any quality. So that's where you would use it. Don't really need it for anything else. So this is the stabilization as I'm walking. No gimbal, just walking. Now here we go. No gimbal, running. Audio coming out of GoPro, well out of shape. Now, if you saw my other action camera video, you know I've got to test the waterproof nature of this beast, and I only know one way to do it: in the shower. So the app's pretty cool too. You actually have the ability to change all types of settings on this thing straight from your phone, and that's great. I mean, being able to change the resolution and everything is great when you're not close to your GoPro. Maybe you have it on a stand somewhere and you want to get to it, but you don't want to walk over to it because you're framing up a great shot. Whatever the case may be, that's great. But here is, by far, my favorite feature of this GoPro. GoPro, start recording. So pimp. Now for an action cam, that makes a lot of sense. Sometimes you can't get to your camera. Maybe you have it on a monopod, it's really far away, or you know, whatever the case may be. That's so simple. It just made it so easy for me when I was doing different things and taking shots that I probably shouldn't have taken. Regardless, it made it super simple. I just do my voice command and there it is. GoPro. So I hope you liked it. If you want to see more of the video, just go to YouTube and search for Travis MCP. And I hope to see you soon.